Hello, my name is Regina Pryor, CMEA Central Section President. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today to serve your colleagues as an adjudicator. The following short video will review festival adjudication standards and procedures in the section. You will be hearing from Michael Stone, Visual and Performing Arts Department Coordinator with the Bakersfield City School District. Michael is an experienced adjudicator from the Central Section.
Hello, I am Michael Stone. The CMEA Central Section Board has asked me to review some procedures and standards for adjudicators serving at its festivals. Please familiarize yourself with CMEA Central Section performance standards. These standards are outlined in the adjudicator's handbook that can be provided to you by the site host. When hearing groups from different grade levels, remember that it is just as possible for an elementary or middle school group or a small ensemble to earn a high rating. Similarly, a high school group or a large ensemble may earn a lower rating. So too is the case for students and groups performing at solo and ensemble festivals. It is important that ratings assigned at large group festival be consistent among the panel members. In other words, split ratings such as 1-1-3 or 1-2-4 should be avoided. Adjudicators are encouraged to discreetly confer throughout the day as necessary so that consistency occurs. That said, each individual adjudicator is authorized to assign the rating that he or she believes is most appropriately aligned with the rubric. All applicable boxes should be completed on the adjudicator sheet, including the rating box, except in the case of a director requesting comments only. CMEA Central Section large group adjudication sheets mathematically determine a total score which corresponds to the final rating that you will assign. At solo and ensemble festivals, the final rating assigned should be supported by individual caption ratings on the sheet. So if the student earns mostly excellent ratings in the areas of tone, intonation, technique, and the other captions on the adjudicator sheet, the overall rating should be excellent. The final rating should not be a capricious decision. It should be consistent with the other ratings on the sheet. Verbal or recorded comments should be consistent with written comments. Students should not get mixed messages regarding their performance. We ask that you work for consistency in this area. Now, here are 5 ways to make effective recorded comments. In addition to identifying musical issues during a performance, it is important to reinforce good teaching through the adjudication process. Recognize musical performance issues with constructive criticism. Also, take time to acknowledge the students' work in the areas where they are meeting standards. It is not enough to identify what students are doing wrong. A solution to the musical issue should always be provided by the adjudicator. It is insufficient to say, for example, students, you are singing out of tune at measure 59. Instead, say, students, vowel shape is hurting intonation. You need to work toward taller, more uniformly shaped vowels. Such specificity will help colleagues focus instruction after the ratings festival. In addition, students will learn how to improve their performance. Adjudicators should not dwell upon a single musical issue throughout their recorded commentary. Identify the problem once, provide a solution, and later in the adjudication acknowledge that it continues to be an issue that should be addressed in the classroom. Avoid repeating the same comments over and over. Sometimes it is advisable to communicate some adjudicator comments for the director's ears only. A simple private note can be written and sent to the director via the site host. Care should be taken to avoid saying or writing anything on the adjudicator recording or sheet that might usurp the authority of the director or reflect poorly upon his or her work with students. Part of the adjudicator's job is to identify specific performance errors such as wrong fingerings, a missed slur, etc. In addition, it's important to address student attainment of musical performance concepts such as tone production, intonation, blend, balance, rhythm, and interpretation. Work to give students a summary of how they are doing in these areas through the recorded adjudicator commentary. Adjudication should identify specific performance errors and provide an assessment of how the students understand fundamental musical concepts. Finally, please make sure that you work efficiently so that you adhere to the printed schedule. If there is a reason to adjust the schedule, the site host will inform you of any changes. Thank you again for your service to CMEA Central Section. We hope that you have an enjoyable day of adjudication.